Welcome to the Disagreeable Nerd podcast, a podcast where nerds from various ages and backgrounds get together to discuss movies, TV, books, and anything else that pops into their small, simple minds. Now sit back, relax, and let their ignorance wash over you.
And welcome. I'm Gabi.
Sorry, I start the podcast laughing. I'm Sharde.
What's up?
So, well, according to John, he says I should say Shardazzle. Don't get that, but
Shardazzle.
maybe because it has the word dazzle in it.
Which you don't.
Oh, wait, what? What does that mean?
I don't know.
You don't think I have dazzle? What does that mean? Dazzle.
The bedazzler? Remember that?
No. Before my time.
You used to could pin rhinestones.
Oh, I thought you were talking about a movie. Yeah.
No. Well, there was a movie called
what?
Bedazzled, but that's a different story.
Oh, okay. Bedazzle to me, you know what bedazzle remind me of? Let me tell you what comes to my brain.
What?
Old ladies with nose piercings. And like those like...
Is that what they call it?
Hats.
Bedazzling? Oh, those like rhinestone hats?
Rhinestone hats. That's what I think of when I think of the word. But when the word bedazzle comes in my mind, I think of those ladies. Old ladies with nose rings and those what do you call those hats? Rhinestone hats. Yeah, it's weird.
Old ladies should never have a nose piercing.
Yeah, it looks really weird. It's like they're trying to stay in like that
Look, you're
rock
old,
and roll style. Like,
you're
oh
old.
yeah,
You're not rocking
still
anymore.
young.
Just let it go. I'm sorry.
It looks disturbing.
I'm sorry if I just offended you, but just let it go.
Me too.
There's some lady there's some fan with a nose ring going, I can't believe they just said that about my
We're
nose
gonna get a lot of hate
ring.
mail for that.
We don't get hate mail.
I know. I just like to say it
we don't
because
get any mail.
I like. Well, you know, it's.
No one listens.
Don't say that. Now everyone knows. I like to say that so it sounds like we're like super professional. You know, we get lots of mail, lots of hate mail.
We're going to get flooded with hate
Flooded
mail.
with it. How's your life, Gumby?
That's my life.
How's it going
good.
for you?
Someone threw us a surprise anniversary party this weekend.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Who was that?
One is Shardazzle. Thought she was real smooth.
It was awesome.
It was.
You gotta admit.
It was. I must admit.
Lots of planning.
Usually I don't have to do anything, but I must admit it was nice.
Of course.
You surprised me.
Thank you. I'm glad. I got the right reaction from
I
you
got a little
and
teary-eyed,
Jim.
a little misty.
He really got emotional, and it made my
busted
heart
up.
warm.
Did it warm the cockles of your heart?
Excuse me?
The cockles?
What is that?
Just as I suspected.
What?
It's an old phrase. Look it up later.
More phrases I don't know about. So dumb.
So,
Can't you just say heart? You don't have to add another word. You're just saying heart, but you're adding another word to make it more complicated.
But it's the cockles
No.
the heart.
Just say heart. It's so much more easier. Oh, it's just got to complicate life.
Yeah, so me and my wife thought we were going to a family reunion, and then we walk into these doors. Everybody's like, surprise!
Deceived them. I deceived them.
I hear you're becoming a good liar, and that concerns me.
I've become a good liar the past 8 months.
Really concerns me. It's been 8 months as well.
Yeah.
And I did not, and I didn't catch a whiff.
You know, that's the amazing part, because a lot of people were asking me.
I'm usually very perceptive.
Obviously not. These last weeks proved that, or this last weekend did. One of the things I thought was interesting is like people were asking me, hey, I bet they know. They're just pretending not to know. And I actually thought that was okay. Because if you knew and pretending like they know, that's a good. Because if
you better at least act surprised.
Act surprised, because this was a lot for.
No, I 100% truthfully say 3 fingers in the air, Boy Scout style. I did not know. There were times when not even this weekend, but I was like, I kept wondering. I was like, you know, this is obviously around it, but our anniversary is like 2 weeks from now.
Who plans your party exactly on your day?
Well, and we was going to be gone, and then you were like saying you had to. Well, and then you said like you had to work Sunday and Saturday. You were going. What really got me was you saying you were going to be gone this weekend. Like, I thought, well, if she's planning it, she'd probably like be with us and then planning in the shadows. But you were just gone. Like, I'm going to go stay the weekend with some friends. And I was like, oh, okay. Well,
you know what?
Cool.
You know what, though? That was a tricky part.
It was.
Because I wasn't sure if I was
sneaky, deceiving.
Yeah,
you might say those words.
I wasn't sure if I was going to say I was going to spend some time with Amy and Bubba, or if I was going to be working this whole weekend, because it landed on a weekend.
You didn't know which lie to go with?
I didn't know which one to go for, because it landed on a weekend where I didn't have to work.
Yeah.
So I had to figure out something.
Well, it worked.
High five to that.
To yourself. You had lots of help, but
oh my gosh, yes.
From what
awesome. Y'all are amazing. Shout out.
No one's listening.
Okay.
From what
I just like to say that. On the Grammys and Emmys, I want to thank this person, that person, this person.
I'd like to thank.
Go down my thank you list real quick.
Yeah, you did have help, but from what I hear, you what's the word? You spearheaded the whole operation.
Yes, I did. I will say that.
The best part was the dancing.
Of course. That was the only part I cared about. I love to shake a leg,
cut a rug, get jiggy with it.
I get that.
Do the twist.
Oh, yeah.
I saw crunk.
Let's keep crunk in 2008. That's not a thing now. Come on, Gabi. Have I taught you anything?
I like to get crunk.
Gabi, stop saying crunk.
How about turnt?
Oh, my God. Keep it in 2015.
Should I stop tripping?
Yeah. So I said tripping the other day, and Gabi started saying.
Why can you say tripping, but I can't say tripping?
Gabi, that's another story. Let's not talk about it on the podcast.
Why can't I talk like you?
Exactly. You're not doing it. You're right. Oh my gosh.
But it was fun.
Oh, by the way, Jekka is supposed to be with us today.
Yeah, well, she's
but
a liar.
She's a loser. And a liar.
On our theme of lying tonight, she lied to us.
Yes.
She said, yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there with bells on.
Yeah, she did say that.
I'm super excited about it.
But then she said her
Okay, we're going to throw it over to you, Jekka. Oh.
Hey.
Big fat silence right there.
Yep.
Because she's not here.
So
Jekka's my wife's cousin. She listens to our podcast.
She's like our number one fan. It's a great.
That gives us one.
Yeah. So I'm pretty proud of that.
But yeah, it was an awesome weekend.
Yeah,
it really was.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
I'm gonna get broken up right now, bitch.
Aww.
Just kidding.
Okay, calm down. This is the podcast.
Oh yeah.
Throw that away.
So what else are we talking about today? We were going to discuss our favorite
top 10
sci-fi movies of all time.
Of all time, yeah.
And you had a question, right?
Yes.
What was your question?
So what is science fiction to you? What does science fiction mean?
What? Pray tell.
And what exactly... Okay, sci-fi. We're just going to say sci-fi.
Please do.
What?
Nobody says science fiction.
No one says science fiction. Yeah, it's weird. What, I'm trying to think of a phrase. What goes under sci-fi? What exactly?
It's very broad.
It's broad.
It's very broad.
So I looked up definitions all yesterday. Okay. I had a lot of time. But I want to know what you think first.
I would say, well, simply based on the term science that is fiction, I would say it's a movie that has
or a book
implements, tools, gadgets, weapons, vehicles, life forms, anything based on science that is fiction that we do not have, that does not exist. So futuristic,
yeah,
space, time travel. I mean, those are the three biggest to me.
Yeah, aliens.
Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting
because the aliens often use science in their. I mean, how did the aliens get here? Well, they got technology that we don't have.
Right. Because like I was thinking about like there's a broad like sci-fi of movies and
it's massive.
genres, but like I was really thinking about really real sci-fi type of movies. And I looked on a definition, and this says it's a genre that uses speculative, fictional, science-based depictions. So, like, things people feel are real, but can't really prove it.
Well, yeah, things they might think could exist.
Like, it's not fully accepted by I'm reading this from the Wikipedia.
I can tell. You're not usually this articulate.
What? I'm not. Sometimes. Maybe not. You're probably right. Never. It says it's not accepted by the mainstream science. Like aliens.
What are you reading it off of? Wikipedia?
I tried to
find... The source of all knowledge?
Okay. Wikipedia is pretty good sometimes.
It is. I put that in there.
Yeah. Time travel, futures.
That's my definition you're reading.
Are you really?
No. Seriously?
I'm sorry.
I ain't putting no edits on Wikipedia.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But I could. That's what I'm saying. I mean, anybody can.
That's why I said it's a real thing.
You never know.
Like you were mentioning, time travel, futuristic. Also, robots, cyborgs.
Robots? Well, yeah, that's technology that does not exist.
But robots.
Well, I mean, we do have some robots, but not like they're on the
these
movies.
Awesome ones on the movies.
Not like Terminators.
Yeah, like that kind of stuff that people want it to be real.
Right.
But
I would love for it to be real.
But it's not.
I would love to be traveling among the stars.
Yes, time travel. In space, yeah. Anyways, that's what I wanted to... That's sci-fi. That's kind of a definition of it. And it's broad, but,
Yeah.
I mean, that's okay. Because there's sci-fi drama, sci-fi comedy, sci-fi horror, sci-fi...
Yeah, well, like...
adventure.
Well, think about...
action.
Like, to me, Signs...
Oh, yeah.
A Quiet Place... Those are sci-fi.
Forgot about Quiet
because they feature aliens. And aliens do not exist. Well, they're not, but no, they're not futuristic.
Aliens don't exist, really?
Well,
there's a whole conspiracy.
Have you seen one?
I saw one on Guinness World Records. Or no, wait. What's that Believe It or Not book?
Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Ripley's Believe It or Not.
I mean, those movies take place in our time, but they have aliens. Well, how did the aliens get here? Well, on ships beyond our scientific technology. So to me, that's sci-fi.
Yes.
Right.
But
then you have, but see, this is the deal. You get into Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
Star Wars, quote unquote, a galaxy.
It's another world.
A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. So long time ago. So, okay, it's not based on our science.
It's just another...
And really, Star Wars never... and you can read about this in other places, but Star Wars never really gets into any science. They just go to light speed, and they have... It's
the Force.
Yes. Star Wars is more fantasy than science fiction.
It's a science fiction fantasy.
Yes.
Yeah. See, that's why I said the genres.
But they're in space. They have laser guns.
Which is
it's very futuristic.
Yeah.
But yet they don't ever explain how they have these things or how they don't go into the operation of it. Whereas Star Trek
is more sci-fi.
They go into the operation of it and have all this scientific terminology.
It might be believable.
It's a little more believable than Obi-Wan.
Star Wars and the
using the Force.
Yeah, I agree. So that was good. That was
now that we've set the parameters.
just got to keep it, real.
Okay, so upon looking, I was, of course, for me to remember all the sci-fi movies I've ever seen, it's impossible.
You got to Google that.
So even when you look stuff up, best sci-fi of all time, everyone has their own list. Some of them have a lot of crossover.
I don't you know what? I did this yesterday. I looked up so many different people's lists, and a lot of them are movies I wouldn't consider. I would not say that.
But okay, but on most of those lists, on most of them, you got IGN, IMDb, Thrillist, Rolling Stone. Everybody has their own opinion on the greatest, and every one of them is different. There's a lot of crossover, but every one of them's got different different 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So, are you gonna name some of them that they have? Because I have a list, so I didn't want to
I'm just gonna name off what most people consider to be in the top 10.
Okay, go for it.
So, usually in the top 10 is Blade Runner.
I've never seen Blade Runner.
I have. I was bored. Now,
I thought you liked Blade Runner. I remember you saying something about it.
People will get very upset People get very upset. It's from the 80s. It's Harrison Ford. Harrison
Ford's in it, and it's 80s, so it's automatically good.
It is. Harrison Ford, growing up, was my favorite actor of all time. Right? Indy.
Of course, he's awesome.
Han Solo.
Yeah. He's
Blade Runner.
Amazing. He's like a superhuman.
But Blade Runner, when it came out, wasn't that big of a hit. It was like a hit later. It wasn't that successful. People appreciated it later on.
Why is that, I wonder?
Because it's kind of slow. It's very atmospheric. I like the atmosphere of it.
So what is Blade Runner?
It's about a guy that hunts down basically androids.
Are you for real?
They call them replicants. But he hunts them down because, like, they've gone haywire or they're not complying. It's kind of like they've developed. It's
kind of like BSG.
They've developed like self-awareness. It's the whole "what is life" type deal.
Ryan's in that?
No, you're looking. Now you're looking at the sequel, Blade Runner 2049. The original came out in 1982.
Oh, so what's the original one? The year
1982.
1982.
But it's just called Blade Runner. The newest one's Blade Runner 2049.
Oh,
but anyway, but just let's not get sidetracked. But it's on a lot of lists as one of the top sci-fi movies of all time.
That is so interesting because
when I was younger, I watched it on TV one day, and it was like super slow to me. And it's got lots of themes and everything about what is life, what is existence,
what is life. That's like the thing I say like all the time. What is life?
What is life?
When I see some idiot on the streets.
Okay. The Aliens movies, they're always in the top 10s, top 20s.
Yes.
There's a newer one, Ex Machina, about the girl android. Same thing.
Oh my gosh.
What is life type movie.
Listen. When I went on those websites, I saw that movie many times.
Alicia Vikander, Tomb Raider. That's who that is.
Oh, really?
It came out in 2014.
I've never seen it. Was it good? Or does it have good?
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I've
never seen it. But I hear it's a good movie.
I see that a lot, though.
Now, this one is on most lists, but I almost refuse to watch it.
Which one is it?
Because it appears boring, but I will watch it. I have it as a goal to watch this movie.
Okay, name it.
2001: A Space Odyssey.
Oh my God! Yes, I've seen this movie. Like
you've seen it?
No. I mean, not seen. I've seen the title in the websites I've read too.
It's like on several lists as number one.
Yes,
it's their number one best science fiction movie of all time.
We're watching it. I'm putting it on my list.
It's from 1968.
No.
It's almost 3 hours long, 2 hours and 40 minutes.
God. What's it called? 2001 Space Odyssey?
I've seen the beginning with the apes, and they're jumping around, and there's like this big, what do they call it? Like a monument thing that. I mean, it's a classic movie. But it looks terribly boring to me.
But you haven't seen it, Gumby.
No, I haven't. And there's like an AI in it called Hal. I mean, it's a classic. But when I was a kid, it's come on TV, and I refused to watch it because I was bored to tears.
It's one of those things where I think I've seen it come on TV, and
But I want to give it.
I won't watch it. I don't know why.
I want to give it a fair shake as an adult. Sit down and attempt to watch it.
I'm making a note on my phone: movies to watch, and it's on there. So we're going to have to watch it.
We'll have to watch it as hosts of a Disagreeable Nerd podcast that claimed to be in a sci-fi is apparently one of the greatest sci-fi movies of all time.
Good grief.
Even though I don't like it.
You haven't seen it.
Also on the list, Interstellar is on a lot of lists.
Okay.
I like Interstellar.
I saw Interstellar a lot. Interstellar is one of those movies I have to be in a certain mood.
I liked the way Interstellar started. And I liked the idea behind the time
in the black holes.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I love that. That's so interesting.
It was very fascinating.
Then it got weird. And he became his own granddad to his, but yet grandson to his daughter.
Like,
it was so weird.
That part to me was so depressing.
It was. It was very sad.
I was like, that's so sad.
But I mean, it was realistic as far as you can be real in a time traveling movie. They tried real hard
because they were off Earth and on this another planet.
I love the soundtrack, Hans Zimmer.
Oh my God, Hans Zimmer never fails me.
And
he's like amazing.
And some of these movies, I'm going to tell you, I chose one over the other because of the soundtrack.
I agree.
One was a little bit quiet. I'll get into it in my list.
Okay, hold your horses.
Okay, I'm not gonna say them. There's one from 1927. 1927.
Wait,
I believe it's considered like the first sci-fi movie on motion pictures.
I like to. What is this?
It's called Metropolis.
Like
it's got
Superman?
it's like that, but it's got like this robot woman on the cover, Metropolis.
What? And it's 2.5 hours long?
It's supposed to be an OG. It's a classic.
Okay, that's going on my list too.
I don't know if
Gabi.
1927 is real old.
But I like old movies. You like old movies?
I do. I don't know if I like 1927 old.
But you don't know.
I like Charlie Chaplin, Buster Keaton. They're funny. I don't know about this one.
You don't know yet. You got to watch it.
E.T. is on a bunch of lists.
Oh, yes.
And I can agree with that. Spoiler alert, it's not on my list.
Spoiler alert, it's on my list.
Is it? Okay.
Yes.
The Martian, 2015.
Oh, wait. I take that back. It was on my list, but it's not in my top 10.
Okay. The Martian, 2015, Matt Damon. Love the movie.
Spoiler alert's on my list.
Okay. Well, then I won't go into
So that's why I said if you're going to name all of them, half of them are probably on my list.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to go into them anymore. But the main ones I wanted to consider was Aliens, Blade Runner, 2001 Space Odyssey, and The Matrix also is on a bunch of lists.
Okay, I have a question. I don't know if this is on your list or not, but I want to ask you, do you think the movie Avatar is considered sci-fi in your...
Yeah.
So
it's
like
sci-fi.
people on the planet, you remember the planet they were on?
I
forgot. It's like a really cool name. I can't remember.
Yeah, it is definitely
like,
sci-fi.
They are on a whole nother planet with a
Pandora.
Pandora. That's not cool name, but I mean like it was a familiar name.
Yeah, like the radio station.
And then the jewelry store.
They land on the planet and they just dance the whole time to all the tunes.
Yeah. Blue people having some cool tales.
Pandora.
That's awesome.
The top grossing movie of all time, but yet people claim to hate it now.
But
I hate that.
I don't like it because there's like, it's cliche.
I don't like that movie. Oh, whatever. Well, you all went to see it at least several times.
I loved it.
A movie doesn't. I loved it too. A movie doesn't become number one by being a bomb.
Yeah.
Lots of you out there liked it. You just don't say you didn't.
So why do people do that?
Because they're. Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Okay, let's move.
I got wound up on that one.
I know,
I like Avatar.
It irritates me. Like, if you say you like Avatar, somebody's going to,
I saw it 3D.
That movie was crap.
It was amazing.
Oh, absolutely.
Awesome.
It was awesome.
Those
Those floating jellyfish.
No, not that. What are you talking? I'm talking about those rocks that they jumped off of.
Oh, weren't there some floating jellyfish?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think they were, actually, you know what? I think they were flowers. They look like jellyfish.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about now, but that's like at the end.
That's not the end.
Well, we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to look forward to. So those will come out sometime.
I refuse. Like, I want to call the director up and be like, dude, honestly, I think I'm already like not liking you making a part 2. I really feel like you should just keep 1 and like leave it. But part 2, that's it. Do not make a 3, 4, and 5. No.
Okay. Well, let's get to our list. Let's get to our list and then we'll discuss more.
Okay.
So me and Sharde, we used a ranker. It's actually a board game ranker I found.
Awesome.
I've been playing lots of board. Hey, speaking on that, I've played more board games in October than in any month ever.
I agree because every time I come over, you're playing a solo
I've got a new member, Mike, but I got this.
He's cheating on Jerry.
It's a ranking machine.
It's
you just enter all your stuff in, and then you have to choose. And let me tell you,
it's like a life decision.
When it brings up 2 of your favorite movies of all time, you have to pick one.
Yes, it hurts.
It's very difficult.
It hurts hard.
And I will tell you, my list here. I didn't use this when we did our top movies of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Which my top movie of all time, Gladiator,
of course,
does not change. Like,
okay, wait.
Even if I had a ranking machine, it would win every time.
Oh, okay. So, question, real quick. Gladiator is considered, that stuff really happened. That's not sci-fi. That's like,
yeah, I mean,
that's like
there was gladiators, there was Romans,
stuff.
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not, and even the movie was like based on some history, but that character, no, that's not real.
Obviously, yeah. Yes. I'm just saying that.
But I think I had like at that time I had Armageddon was in my top 5, maybe Gravity, and they're on my list. But this list, when I entered in a bunch of the movies I remembered seeing, a bunch of movies I remembered liking, this list is different. I'm just saying. Okay, so our top 10.
Okay, we're gonna.
You have yours in actual order this time,
yes,
right?
Finally, thank you.
La-di-da, look at you.
You know, I have a lot of time on my hands when I'm at work.
Well, that must be nice.
Yeah. So we're gonna start with 10, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Most top 10 lists.
I know, but you know.
Did you ever hear Dick Clark say, "And starting number 1"?
Who? Who said?
Dick Clark.
Who's that? Sorry, I really wanted to know who that was.
There's another one for you, John. Okay.
Gabi.
I will let you start with your number 10, Gourd Head.
Okay, my number 10, guys. This was kind of difficult, but it's Star Trek, Chris Pine version.
How?
Hey,
nice.
I loved Well, okay, it's funny because that's when I first started getting into Star Trek, is when I saw the movie.
It was an excellent movie.
Because I didn't really knew the OG ones, Spock, and all that, whatever his name is. Forgot his name. What's Spock's name? The actor.
Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah. Like the OG.
William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, the OG Star Trek.
I didn't watch those until
those are very old.
After I watched the movie Star Trek. Because I was like, oh my God, I love this movie.
And then
I love everything
formed an appreciation for it.
I love everything about Star Trek. So I love Star Trek. So.
And that's another thing that warmed the cockles of my heart.
I'm going to start saying that now. I don't really like it, but
what did you like about Star Trek? The movie.
Okay, well, you know what's funny?
What's funny?
They're not funny, but there's 3 movies, right? There's Star Trek's in Darkness, and then there's
Star Trek Beyond.
Star Trek Beyond. Out of all of them, I think Star Trek Into Darkness was my favorite. Or wait, was it the Dark? Actually, they were all really good.
Star Trek Into Darkness had Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, that's kind of
Star Trek Beyond, they landed it, and it had
I just like that
the guy that
you talking about Benedict, or you're talking about another guy?
No, he plays in Thor.
Oh, Bonesy? Nope.
No, well, actually, he does too.
No, he does.
Oh,
I said
what's his
Bonesy,
name?
Bones.
Idris Elba.
Oh.
He's in Star Trek Beyond. He was the alien. He was the main alien. Remember,
the bad
but at
guy?
the end, he was at first he started off as a human, then he morphed.
Morphed. Yeah. Did you like that one?
I enjoyed it at the time. It's not one I rewatch.
Okay, Star Trek Into Darkness is
my favorite
one.
Star Trek Into Darkness is excellent, but my favorite is the first one.
The first one. That's why I put the first one. But Darkness is my favorite. But the
Star Trek Into Darkness gets a lot of flack because it's actually a redo of Wrath of Khan, basically.
Yes, I know.
And people think Wrath of Khan is the best Star Trek ever.
What?
It's good, but if you compare and contrast in modern movies to old movies,
I mean,
it's old and it's cheesy. And I understand, and believe me, I grew up with Star Trek. I have valid reasons to. I can choose. It's Star Trek, the original series.
Choose.
My mother watched that in the actual 60s.
That's so cool.
I was raised on the original series. I was a teenager when the Next Generation came out.
Like I haven't even watched all of them.
When the Next Generation came out, it was live on TV, and I watched it.
Like technology has advanced, so they have like all these better graphics and better camera.
So now now when I go back and watch Wrath of Khan, I'm like, I mean, come on. William Shatner's not a good actor.
Oh,
he's a little
Gabi.
It's well known. It's well known.
Okay.
There's something on the wing. Yeah, we all know.
But you still like them, though.
But Star Trek, you developed a love for the characters.
Yes.
the old series. I love Spock. I love Bones. I love Scotty. I love Kirk. I love
doesn't matter the actor. You love the character.
You love the character.
Yeah. So I agree with that.
And so therefore,
that's why I like Star Trek. I love Spock. I love.
We're going to get into something interesting here on my number 10 along these very lines.
Bones. Okay.
But excellent choice. I like that. And okay. Well, this is my question to you then. Are you choosing the first Star Trek reboot, or Star Trek Into Darkness, or Star Trek Beyond as your number 10?
Goodness, that's a hard one.
Because I heard you say Star Trek Into Darkness was your favorite.
It was. I did say that.
So do you want to put that as your number 10?
Oh. Okay, wait, can I do both?
And do you like Star Trek Into Darkness because of Benedict Cumberbatch?
Okay, it's one of the reasons. But, okay, I've come to a decision with which one's my fave.
Okay, let's hear
I
it.
really like Star Trek Into Darkness, but when we were talking about it, I was remembering different scenes and the plot and all this blah, blah, blah. And Spock and Lieutenant is Kirk, right? Kirk. And I was just thinking about it, and then I just realized it was a hard decision, but the first one. But Star Trek Darkness is right there beside it. I like Star Trek Darkness, but Star Trek the original I like too a lot, because I that's when that is when I begin liking Star Trek. Like the first movie, I watched all of them, binged them. It was great, and I started watching the OGs. Then I bought a book, reading all about the characters, loved it. It was awesome.
Okay,
so done. What's your number 10 gonna be?
My number 10 is along the same lines as yours.
Star Trek?
Hey!
What?
Star Trek 6, The Undiscovered Country.
Okay. I've never seen that.
It was the last of the OG crew. The last of Spock.
That's when the new gen comes after that.
The last of Kirk. Well, no, actually not the last of Kirk, because he was in Generations, the first show of the Next Generation movie. But it was the last of the old Enterprise with the old crew. Mm-hmm. You love the old crew because they're funny. You've come to know their characters.
It's like no new friends.
It's a lot of what they relied upon. It's like, I know how Bones is. He's cranky. He's old. He's funny. Mm-hmm. I know how Spock is. He cracks these super dry jokes that unless you're
love the dry jokes.
Unless you're a fan, you don't really get them. Kirk is just being Kirk. It's Uhura's being herself.
Bones.
It's just Undiscovered Country is my number 10. I watched it probably 3 times in the theaters.
Wow.
I'm trying to remember when it come out. I know.
Wait. What's it called?
Star Trek 6, The Undiscovered Country.
Undiscovered Country. I'm going to put that in my watch list.
Are you really?
Yeah, I have a watch list.
Okay.
Undiscovered Country.
It came out, like I said, it was their last movie. Came out in 1991. Has 83% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow. Oh, we trust Rotten Tomatoes.
We trust Rotten Tomatoes.
I don't know. Sometimes
I don't.
It's not easy to trust them.
You can't trust them.
Especially when a movie is actually really good and they crap it out.
So in 1991, let's see, I was 77, 87, I was 10, 88, 89, 90, 91.
Wait,
I was 14
10?
years old. I was 14 years old when this movie came out. That was my number 10, Undiscovered Country, Star Trek.
Okay, what's your... Oh, well.
My number 9, Tron.
Hey, you know what? I don't know why I laughed so hard, because I kind of like that movie too.
Are you talking OG Tron?
Oh, you're talking OG Tron. Oh gosh.
I'm talking OG.
Okay, Pager is talking
Tron Legacy.
That probably came out maybe 6 years ago.
Yes, that was OG to you?
Yeah, I didn't even realize there was another Tron. Well, actually, I knew there was.
Wait.
That's okay. I knew there was another Tron out there, but I've never watched it.
We added 2001 to our list. Do we need to add Tron to our list of movies for you to watch?
No, it's okay. I didn't really like the new one. Did you like the new one?
I kind of liked it.
I didn't like the ending.
It had good music.
It had amazing,
had good effects
and graphics, whatever. I just don't like the ending. They should make a part 2.
Who are those guys with the helmets on that do the music?
Daft Punk?
Daft Punk did the music. It's good.
No, I love the sound. I mean, soundtracks are awesome. Most movies.
But that's not the one we're talking about. The OG Tron was one of the first ones to use the digital effects that much. Jeff Bridges gets zapped into a video game.
Yeah.
I must have watched that thing. I don't know how many times as a kid. Over.
OG
and
Tron.
Over and
what year?
over. 1982.
Wow.
Okay, now I didn't watch it when it came out. I watched it on Laserdisc.
What is Laser? Is that like y'all's like old school like bootleg?
Much. It's our old school. No, it's our old school CD.
Oh, okay.
You know. Okay, so there's several things that occurred back in the old days. You had.
Please tell me about the old days.
You had Betamax versus VHS. It may have been Betamax versus Laserdisc. And Laserdisc basically looked like a big record, but like a Nintendo cartridge, but like record sized.
Okay, for some reason, I skipped that whole part of that generation or that
because
part.
You're super young.
Well, but I know about records. I know about 8 tracks.
You need to learn Laserdiscs.
Okay, hey, I've never heard of that.
We used to rent those machines at a Curtis Mathis.
LO capital L.
Back in the days when you used to rent machines from these places.
They used to rent machines.
We didn't have the technology. We used to rent the technology.
No wonder everything that's like updated is so fascinating to you.
Yeah,
and like I want to go in the past.
You were just born with it all at your fingertips. Back in the day, if we didn't have it, we rented it.
That's so weird.
I know.
So you watched Tron from that?
Yes, Tron was Laserdisc.
So why did you like Tron? Just like the graphics?
It was funny. Jeff Bridges was funny. It's Jeff Bridges as a young lad. Mm-hmm. It's super sci-fi. I mean, he gets zapped into a video game.
I mean, yeah.
What's not to like?
It's awesome.
As
it's like Jumanji.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old. Yes. I remember.
And Jeff Bridges is kind of cool. He's
always cool.
He played in what's that movie that I really liked him in? Did he play in Hunger Games? Nope, he didn't.
He played in True Grit.
There was a popular movie he played in that I can't remember.
He's in lots of popular movies. He's Jeff Bridges.
Yeah, he's a pretty attractive man. For an old guy. He's a good one.
Okay, that's my number 10. We're at 42 minutes. We need to get cracking.
Okay, come on. Let's just okay.
Go.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9 is War for the Planet of the Apes.
Actually, my number 10 was Undiscovered Country. My number 9 was Tron. Your number 9 is what?
War for the Planet of the Apes.
War
for the Planet of the Apes.
Interesting.
I absolutely love that movie. It was amazing. Hey, apes, man, come on. Talking apes.
Okay, well, we can make this go a little bit faster. War for the Planet of the Apes is my number 8.
Okay, gotta be number 8. Check off his 8. Incredible movie. Oh, amazing. Stressful.
It is one of the
most heart-wrenching.
All of those things.
Oh, those things.
It is one of the most heart-wrenching movies I've ever seen, and of course, you make them apes, gorillas.
I mean, it's sci-fi.
And it just, it's even harder for me because I love animals.
Okay, I can't watch animal movies with God, but he gets really emotional.
I can't handle abuse to animals. I can't
either, but I can watch it.
Especially when they're sentient. I can't. When they know what's up, I can't handle it. When they speak English, you better forget about it.
ASL English.
When they can do ASL, forget about it. Caesar.
Well, Caesar. It was just, oh my God, it was incredible. I mean, I loved War for the Planet of the Apes. It was great. And I think it was one of my top 10 2017 movies back last year podcast. Or we made it this year, but.
Yeah, it was.
It was in there. Anyways, your number 8. Okay, right. My number 8. You said your number 8? Okay, my number 8.
That was your number 9. What's your number 8?
That was your number 8. My number 8?
Andy Serkis should have got an Academy Award for that movie.
He didn't get an Academy Award?
No, he played the ape. And they don't give Academy Awards to people that do that facial technology.
Why not?
Whatever it's called.
Why not?
It should be deserved.
They should show some recognition.
Woody Harrelson was a real bad guy.
He was good. He was a good
showed
bad guy.
A little bit of depth in it, enough for you I kind of see where he's at.
You felt bad for him a little bit.
You kind of did.
It's just like Thanos and Avengers.
Infinity
War. Yeah, you feel a little weird. Bad.
Steve Zahn. One of my favorite actors. He always adds levity to a movie. He's funny. He was the little funny monkey. Or ape, whatever. I don't know. Chimpanzee.
Oh, him.
He was the funny one. Steve Zahn.
I honestly didn't know who played that monkey. Okay.
It was just an amazing movie. I might watch it. It's been enough. It's been long enough now. I can handle it again.
I will say this.
But it's like the Schindler's List for apes.
Okay. Oh my God. Terrible. I've never seen that either. But listen.
It's terrible.
Listen.
They put him in these camps.
I'm finding out something new about myself.
It's making me emotional.
Oh gosh, calm down. Finding something new about myself when I watch movies that are incredibly depressing.
What's new, pussycat?
Stop. I like when there's a depressing movie, especially one from I think about the movie like the next 3 days. Like I'm depressed.
Well, that to
like
me,
it's sad. Let me tell you, it's not real. But why am I sad?
Let me tell you, that's a sign of a good movie. It's a one-time watch.
Not because we don't want to watch it again. It's just, it's emotional.
It's because I don't feel like crying
your
that much
heart
again.
And throws it away.
Yes,
hurts.
Yes,
got it. So my number 8's Gravity. I'm just gonna get that out of the way real fast. I know. After my number 8. We can go for your number 7. Gravity. Incredible movie. I remember watching the, I always get this confused. Grammys? It's Grammys movies. Right.
The Grammys?
It's the Grammys. It's the movies, right?
Oscars?
Grammys is music.
Yes.
I'm so stupid.
Yes.
Emmys. Always get them Oscars. Always get them so confused for some reason. Anyways. Gravity won a bunch. I remember watching it. Anyways, that's not the point. 2 actors, incredible movie made. I absolutely love Gravity. It was great. I watched it 3 times in theaters.
Are you saying that because it was in my top 5 greatest movies of all time?
No, I loved Gravity.
Really?
Yeah, I watched it. And it was only me and my friend Alexia in the theater. There was nobody else in the theater. And it was quite amazing because there was nobody there. And I felt like I was in space with her.
Gravity was amazing.
I felt like I was in space. That movie made me feel like I was trying to get out of this.
The effects.
Oh, amazing.
Incredible. Sandra Bullock. Basically by herself the whole movie. Except with George Clooney for a little bit.
She's amazing.
Until the tether breaks.
She's become like
that
my
part
fifth
was scientifically inaccurate. But I don't care.
Okay.
Because it was dramatic.
It's sci-fi.
And it added to the movie. Yes.
Are you talking about the part when she threw herself?
Huh?
Which part are you talking about that's scientifically incorrect?
Okay. So George Clooney is on this tether like the rope.
Yes.
And for some reason, he just keeps being pulled in the movie. In the movie, him and Sandra Bullock get separated. Okay. And they both reach the end of their rope. And instead of hitting the end of that rope and bouncing towards each other as you would in 0G, he just stays being pulled.
Okay.
Scientifically inaccurate.
We didn't say it was accurate. We
did not.
It's science fiction.
We did not. I understand that. And that's why
he dies anyways.
That's why it is also on my list. Thank you very much.
Gravity was awesome.
That's your number what?
That was my number 7. Nope. No. Number 8. Sorry.
Okay, number 7. This one is a comedy. Yes, we're on. Why would I say number 7?
Okay,
Sharde or Jesham here. Are we on? Yes, we're recording.
Well, sometimes you mute me, and I don't know what you're doing over there.
Sometimes you need to be muted.
Your little fancy computer.
Oh, fancy computer.
You're quote quote. You're fancy.
Boggle your mind. The thing from the future.
Shut your mouth.
That we record on. Voices come out of it.
You just think you're real something over there with your little cool. Shut your mouth. Your cool mouse and computer and your mixer over there.
Oh, okay.
You're not cool, Gumby. You're a dad.
I never said anything.
You're an uncool dad.
You're attacking me for whatever reason I do not know.
I'm attacking. Okay, Gumby. Listen, we're not supposed to be arguing.
Well, you just started. You just came at me,
bruh. Let's talk about your number.
You came at me.
Okay.
You come at me, I will defend myself. I'm not scared of you.
I'm backing up. Number 7.
Yeah, you are. Hey.
You're making this hard.
Okay, my number 7 came out in 1999. And it's a comedy that parodied Star Trek. You'll never get it because you're like 2 years old.
Listen, what's it called?
Well, if I tell you, then you'll get it. Galaxy Quest.
Oh.
You ever seen Galaxy Quest? Tim Allen?
Nope. Oh, wait. Yes.
It's like they used to have a Star Trek like...
Listen, I've seen this with you. You showed me this movie.
Okay, well, good.
Then it was good.
Then I'm doing my job. I'm doing my job.
I like that movie. I just couldn't remember.
I'm raising you well.
I guess. I remember liking it. Like some kind of volunteers and all that. They're like making a movie, but they're really aliens.
No, they were the star of like a TV show, like Star Trek.
Didn't I say movie or something?
You said volunteers. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know why I said volunteers. Sorry, I'm getting mixed.
Actors?
Actors.
Are actors volunteers?
Actors.
I volunteer to be in this film if you pay me.
Well, yeah, I was on the right path. I was like,
you're well.
Oh, okay, whatever.
So Tim Allen, Sigourney Weaver, Alan Rickman, Sam Rockwell, Tony Shalhoub. It just goes on and on and on. It's stacked with good acting. It's hilarious.
I loved it. I like that movie.
It's got good effects for a little comedy. And, it's basically based off of Star Trek, which I love. And it paralleled, like, William Shatner and all them and the Comic Cons they go to and all that stuff.
It was like a modern Star Trek, basically, right?
Well, yeah. If it was real.
Well, yeah.
So,
we're talking, we are talking it. It is real.
And I've seen it just the other day, and it's still funny. And that's a good prerequisite, is to watch something now and it still be good. Because there's some things I remember liking as a kid, like The Last Starfighter. I tried watching it.
I like that movie.
I tried watching it again.
You showed it to me.
Not good. Not good.
I remember liking it. It was just the right amount of cheesy.
It's good for the 80s. Yes,
just the right amount of cheesy. I like that.
But, in retrospect, compared to today, not a good movie. In the 80s, when I was 5 years old, sure, it was a good movie.
Well, that's just like Shark Boy and Lava Girl. I thought the movie was amazing. I wanted to be Lava Girl. It was awesome.
I remember that.
You remember that movie?
I remember that movie. I saw it in the theater, I think.
I did too, with those cool 3D glasses, the blue and red.
Yeah, but I was probably like 17.
I was like 10.
I don't know how old I was, actually. But anyway, Galaxy Quest, my number 7.
Okay.
Your number 7.
My number 7 is The Martian. Martian.
Very nice.
So,
a movie that my wife actually went to go watch with us.
That's what's really cool. Gina came and watched it with us, and I was really surprised. But she came and she liked it, I think, right?
Oh, yeah.
I liked it. How
do you not like Matt Damon, on Mars?
It's a movie. You're on Mars. You're trying to survive on Mars. And it's kind of emotional. Well,
not as emotional as the book.
Every time we talk about this, you always say that. I just like movies when they're on another planet and they're trying to survive.
Me too.
And it's just cool. That's why I like it. It was cool. And then there was like lots of like
you say like a bunch.
New technology. Well, did I say like again?
You said it's like. Go ahead.
I'm gonna try to say a sentence without saying like.
Please do.
Starting now.
Okay, go.
Like.
You failed.
Okay. Well, all the, whenever he goes into his little, what do you call that? His little home thingy?
The hub?
The hub.
I think they call it a hub.
Like,
there you go.
I said it again.
You failed. You failed miserably.
I just liked everything about the oxygen coming in and him like planting those potatoes and he was, what do you call it? A botanist. The botanist.
Yes.
And it was
good.
It was good. I liked
Matt Damon basically by himself in the movie.
Exactly. He was a good actor. He acted very well by himself.
Now, there were people back home trying to save him. Donald Glover was in it. Jeff Daniels. Kristen Wiig from Saturday Night Live.
I know. Every time you're still salty about her being in that.
No, she was fine. It was just weird.
Oh, okay. Because she's a comedian.
I mean, yeah. She's like, bam.
But isn't it kind of cool, though, that she can transform?
Yes, that's good. She's got range.
See? There you go.
Sebastian Stan was in it.
Remind me again who that
Winter
is.
Soldier.
Wait.
He was one of the crew. He was one of the crew that left him.
Oh, okay. It's kind of coming back
Kate
to
Mara,
me.
Sebastian Stan, Michael Pena. A solid cast. A good movie. The book was better. I know that's cliche to say.
Actually, you know what? It's not cliche.
No, but the movie was excellent. However, in the book, I cried at the end.
Okay, I'm a witness.
When he blasted off from the planet.
Not a witness, but he told me this privately.
When he blasted off from the planet in the book, as I was reading it, it was emotional.
I really want to finish the book.
It wasn't that way in the movie.
I kind of felt a little emotion though.
Well, you may have.
I mean, I cry anyways when something.
You're an easy crier.
When movies, you know.
Yes.
I recently watched
super emotional.
Recently watched My Girl and
super unbalanced. Emotionally unbalanced.
That's sadly true.
Whenever Paige is feeling really good, I'm like, oh boy, she's gonna crash. She's fixing to crash into a deep, dark hole of depression.
Happens every time. But no, seriously though, watched My Girl for the millionth time the other day. Cried. Macaulay Culkin.
Well, that's like watching Where the Red Fern Grows. You ever seen that?
Is it with the dog?
Yes.
Oh,
Old Yeller. Where the Red Fern Grows. My Girl.
All those movies make me cry.
That make you cry.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a solid number 7.
What's your number 6?
Respect. Okay, my number 6 is a movie I doubt you've ever seen.
Try me.
Stars Keanu Reeves when he's probably about 19 or 20.
Okay, you tried to show me this movie, and we didn't finish it. I think I know what movie you're talking about.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yes, we didn't finish this movie. Why didn't we finish it?
I don't know.
And Keanu
Reeves.
I can never say his name. By the way, it was super in his good prime, dude.
Yes, highly attractive. Yes.
I remember.
Hey, he's still highly attractive.
I agree, he still is.
Yes,
but I remember
he's a nice looking man. When I was young and skinny and had hair,
had hair. Yes.
People used to tell me I looked like Keanu Reeves.
Oh my God! I can kind of see it now.
I know, right?
What happened?
I got fat and bald
and old.
And how dare you? Actually, sadly, me and Keanu are probably about the same age. He's probably older than me, but he still looks way better than me.
How is that? God.
He's a movie star. They're paid to stay young and beautiful.
Gosh, you need to
I'm a truck driver. Life's been hard.
Oh, tough.
Let me see how old Keanu is. Keanu Reeves,
he's probably not that old. He's probably about 45.
You gorgeous little rascal. He's got the squinty eyes like I do.
I think, honestly, you know what? I used to think you look like a greaser. You still look like a greaser. But
wow, he's much older than me.
Is he 55?
And he looks way better than I do.
Of course he does.
He's 54.
Whoa, look at me. Gabi.
He's got 15 years on
listen,
me.
Gabi is 41.
I've got to get my life together.
You've got to grow hair.
I'm getting skinny from here on out. I'm going to be super buff. I'm going to be the next Jason Statham. Bald, but beautiful.
I don't know about that, Gobs.
How dare you?
I actually believe in it. I hope you get.
Anyway, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Okay. That was your number 6?
It was hilarious. It was a time travel movie. 2 high school kids needing to do their history lesson. For history class.
What?
They go back in time with a phone booth.
Did you like the movie?
No, it's just my number 6.
No. I'm saying no, let me redo that.
Please do.
You know
what you just asked me was ridiculous.
No.
As we're talking about our top 10 favorite movies of sci-fi.
No.
Did you like it?
Let me speak.
Please do.
You said sometimes when you go back and look at a movie, you realize, oh, this was really dumb. That's kind of what I meant when I asked that question. Was it still?
Now that you asked that, yes, good? It's a silly, silly movie, but it holds up.
Guilty pleasure?
No, it holds up. It's a classic.
Wow.
It holds up.
Said classic.
It's not like Last Starfighter, which you go back and watch it and it's like, oh, this is terribly cheesy. This movie was meant to be stupid. It was stupid.
Meant to be stupid. Okay.
The main characters were charming. Bill S. Preston Esquire, Ted Theodore Logan. It had George Carlin in it as Rufus, a classic comedian. I actually didn't think he was that funny in the movie, but he served his purpose. He's kind of like their guide. And it had this underlying story of like they saved the future. You remember that? Like their rock band, Wild Stallions.
I didn't finish this movie, Gabi.
Okay, well then we will watch it.
We started it, and for some reason we didn't finish it.
Who knows? There's lots of things we start.
Maybe I have to go to work or something. I didn't fall asleep.
You fell asleep in Crazy Rich Asians.
Okay, that movie is
Crazy Rich Asians. We'll talk about that on our next podcast.
Side note?
No, wait. Fine. Next podcast.
Darn.
Okay, so Bill and Ted, time traveling movie. If you're my age, you know what it's about.
Time travel's good.
If you're Paige's age, well,
if you're my age,
I can't help you.
We're losers.
They're on an eternal search for a sequel, and I hope someday they make it.
I don't think they should. Or
Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey was the sequel.
Well,
it was okay, not bad.
So they
kind of got weird.
So they did make a sequel.
Yeah.
You know what I think they should do?
Like they met Death, and Death became part of the crew, and he was like really funny.
Oh,
it was really funny.
So was King?
They were all in it. Yes, Bill S. Preston, Keanu Reeves, Ted Theodore Logan.
You know what I think they should do? What year was that made? The second one.
The second one, I do not know.
If it was made in the 90s/2000s, okay. But you know what I think? I think they should make a new one, like an updated one, like the first one.
This came out in 1989.
Good grief. I didn't realize that.
2 years later, so 1991, the sequel came out.
You know how they reboot Star Trek? They should.
I'm sure someday.
They should
nothing
reboot
is
the whole
original
thing
anymore.
But that's the thing. You know why? Because nowadays we have better technology to make cooler graphics and make it so much cooler. That's why they should reboot it, even though it's not original. I'm down.
Who's going to star in it?
Chris Pine.
He's too old.
Darn.
They were like high school kids.
Oh. Harry Styles.
Oh my God. Okay, you're number 6.
He's a good actor.
You're number 6.
Dunkirk. Okay, my number 6 is Back to the Future.
Wow.
Well, for one, Michael J. Fox is cool. I like him. And then the white hair guy, which I don't know his name for some reason.
Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, Christopher, whatever. It's just a good old classic time travel 80s movie that's cheesy, but the right amount. I love it.
It is not cheesy.
Yeah, it is.
It is not.
Yes, it is.
Back to the Future is awesome.
No. When I say cheesy, I think your definition and my definition is kind of different.
Cheesy means cheesy.
Like it can mean a positive.
It's kind of overdone.
It's a positive thing for me.
Okay.
Like sometimes it's like it's made in the 80s, it has some cheesers, but I like it.
Okay.
It's just like the Star Trek show. Straight up. Got some cheesers, but it's good.
Star Trek, the original series?
Yes, with William.
William?
Yeah, William Shatner. Yeah. Back to the Future is just a classic. It's good. I can always watch that movie. And I also bought, this is going to sound real like crazy, but I bought the VHS tapes the other day at a garage sale.
Do you have a VHS player?
Yes, I do. And a DVD player. Bah! And a Blu-ray player. I am all updated.
You know why I like Back to the Future?
Why?
One of the main reasons?
Why? So you like the film Spartan?
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not saying anything. I'm just asking you.
It's amazing.
I like the film score up.
Classic. I had it as a ringtone for many years.
You're such a dork.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll just... okay.
I've listened to Back to the Future film score.
I love Back to the Future. Michael J. Fox in his prime.
Oh, gosh, yes. His prime.
Christopher Lloyd. I don't know at his prime, but at his funniest.
His funniest prime.
Leah Thompson. She was went on into Caroline in the City.
Okay, I don't know.
She made a few movies, a few TV shows.
Was she...
The only one that really didn't do nothing was Biff.
Oh, yeah.
But he was one of those that kind of turned against it, but has come to terms with it. He has a podcast on a network and all kinds of stuff.
Wow. Leah Thompson was in Switched at Birth as the mom.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I watched that show religiously because I was trying to learn ASL.
Dad. His dad, George.
Oh, yeah.
George McFly.
What happened to him?
He's kind of a interesting individual. He makes interesting movies.
What do you mean?
He's weird.
I like weird. Go.
He was in a movie with rats.
Oh, wow. Oh, sorry.
I forget the name of the movie.
What? Okay, that's super strange.
And he was also in Charlie's Angels.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not too strange.
But he just always played these basically weird roles.
His name was Crispin Glover.
He was in a movie with rats.
Okay, I need to know. And it
was a strange movie.
He was also in this weird movie called Beowulf, which was atrocious.
Willard was the movie.
I see it.
It was so weird.
I see it.
It was so weird.
Okay, it was a movie about rats.
Yes.
Was it
I think he controlled
movie?
Rats. I don't remember.
It says it's a science fiction movie.
It was strange.
He was in...
Check it out. Check it out someday.
Okay, he was in a lot of movies, like Mike, Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, he's an actor.
What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
He's legit.
He's pretty legit.
All right, so that's our 10 through 6. I'm losing my voice.
Gabby's been sick, y'all, and it's really annoying. Mostly because he's just pitiful.
Mostly because why?
I hope he gets better,
So
though.
we're going to cut it off there. This is an hour or so. We're going to do our top 5. In Sharde's top 5.
Let's get it.
Next podcast.
Yes.
So,
right, I'm ready
to
for
recap.
It. Let's recap.
Sharde's top 10 through 6. Star Trek, the new series, movie, not new series, the new movie.
Yes.
The first new movie.
Yes.
Number 9, War for Planet of the Apes. Number 8, Gravity. And number 7, The Martian. Number 6, Back to the Future.
Yes. And you're recapping.
Number 10, Star Trek, The Undiscovered Country. Old school. Number 9, the original Tron. Number 8, also War for Planet of the Apes. We were pretty close on that one.
Yeah, look at that.
Galaxy Quest, number 7, and Bill and Ted. All right, well, we're going to cut it off here for this time. And we'll see you in a week or two. I never know, depending on how much time we got.
Yeah. And depending if Gabby's suffering from some kind of flu.
I have to do all the editing because computers apparently are strange to Paige and she thinks they're super cool.
Actually, that's a false.
She doesn't know how to operate these things.
If Gabby actually taught me the program that he, does everything, I could probably do it myself. But, he doesn't teach me. So I let him do it. And I'm like, fine with it.
I'll show you.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Then you won't have nothing to say.
That's a bet.
Yeah.
That's a bet.
Done. We'll see you next time.
Done and done.
Bye.
Later, dudes.